for the thank you. Thank you, my dear brother and companion, Brother Akbar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I bear witness there is no God, the one, the mighty, the originator of the heaven and the earth and all in it. Thank him for his prophet and messages. The truth and April. We thank Allah for establishing among us the month of Ramadan, that we may celebrate together that time that teaches us that the Holy Qur'an was revealed. We thank Allah for this book, Qur'an.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, we
are reading the 114 surahs of the Qur'an divided into 30 manzils, one manzil for each day. Yesterday was the completion of our reading of all of the chapters of the Qur'an. And today we celebrate Eid al-Fitr to enjoy the company, the warmth, and the love of each other, to see the entire Ummah rejoicing over the fact that we completed the 30 days of fasting. For those who started and did not complete, to the new believer who attempted to fast and was not able to complete, to those who have fixed and on a journey that will fast a like number of days, everyone that tries, everyone that succeeded, what a great joy it is to us to have disciplined ourselves for 30 days, not eating food, nor drinking water, nor having relations with our spouses during the daylight hours, trying not to argue, not to be mean-spirited to one another, trying to be at peace with ourselves and with our Lord, and trying to maintain a peaceful environment in our homes, that we may have a successful path that will reset us and put us on a higher trajectory towards our meeting with Allah, and pray that we will attain to oneness with Him. I am saddened that I have not been able for a few years to do the fast because of a serious operation that I had that rendered me in a position that I just could not do as I once did. I thank Allah for the believers who help me and my family and those who are less fortunate with their charity. They have given me charity that when I am not practiced this year through Sister Carmela and her wonderful restaurant called the Foodies, we were able to feed a full meal to 1,000 of those less fortunate, those who are homeless, those who are without. And I thank Sister Carmela and the staff and all of those that took the food to the various places to feed our beloved brothers and sisters. This is a time of joy and happiness. But a few days ago, Sheikh Zaid gave us a wonderful commentary. And in his commentary, he talked about the suffering of the people of Yemen who are at war with Saudi Arabia, and the guns and the bombs and the rockets that we had bought from America are being used to kill those who are Muslims as we are, and we lament over our prayers that have not yet made us righteous enough to let Allah and His Messenger help us to solve our differences without shedding each other's blood. Nearly 60 days ago, Russia attacked the Ukraine. For the first time, as I can recall, reporters were embedded into the areas of war, death and destruction has been recorded and shown on television to the American people. I don't know any war that America has had that has had the type of coverage where we can see the devastation of war, bodies in the streets, graves filled with human beings, hundreds of graves where bodies are just put in there, not necessarily with the dignity of our loved ones being there to say their goodbye to their loved ones. Young women being raped, young men sending their wives and children out of Ukraine into other countries that are taking them in as refugees and trying upon them. And this war has been brought into our living room, where we can sit and see and watch death and destruction visited upon the people of Ukraine. How then can America stay out of a war when the American people are feeling the pain of the Ukrainian people suffering in their cities, suffering in shelters from the bombs and the rockets that are falling on them? I have never seen such destruction of homes where the people, if they came back, have nothing to come back to. So members of our government have been there and have promised the president of Ukraine more weapons, more ability to fight for Ukrainian sovereignty. But as we said, on our Savior's Day convention, America will be drawn into this war. What President Putin has done and what he has demonstrated of his hatred for the Ukrainian people and the butchery that is going on, according to the news, by Russian soldiers. I'm sorry to say to us, at a time of peace, that wherever we are in the Muslim world, rejoicing over the success of our Ramadan, yet the heavy clouds of war are gathering over the Muslim world. We are being chastised, and the opening of the serious chastisement of the human family has begun. I have been made as a trumpet of warning and good news to our people and to the nation by the permission of Allah. My teacher, Elijah Muhammad, the great messenger of Allah and the great Messiah, he told me that when my trumpet speaks, the second trumpet begins to blast, and he said that second trumpet is the wheel that is above our head. And since previous days, the weather has been unusually brutal, with tornadoes and floods and ice and snow and hail, sleet and accident after accident. The chastisement of Allah is something to be feared. And we as Muslims are asked by Allah not just to partake food and drink during the month of Ramadan, But we are asked to be in a state of repentance during our reading of the Qur'an. We come across a verse that the mother town must be warned. The mother town is Mecca, the root of civilization. Mecca, the holy city of 1,400,000,000 Muslims, is to be warned. For what? What have we done that our holy city must be warned? What have we done that the oil money of the gift that God has given to many in our world of Islam, that we have taken the oil and the production of that oil and brought riches to our land, out of which we have built modern cities and skyscrapers and wonders to behold in the Muslim world. I remember being the guest of the Emir of the United Arab Emirates years ago, Brother Akbar and myself. And we were in the capital of the Emirates, Abu Dhabi. And we came out of a hotel that morning and we looked and we saw a city made beautiful. While years before we went there, and it was mostly perfect. But now you can go into the Middle East and you can see absolute majesty of architecture and genius in those cities, so much so that the city of Dubai is a talking point among the rich and the famous and the poor who would like to be rich. They will go to Dubai. They will go to the Muslim world. But they don't come away with faith. They come away with longing of the riches and the beauty of those cities. One morning when we came out of the hotel, I said to Brother Akbar, look how beautiful it is. These cities. And they can be destroyed in the twinkling of an eye by war. What chastisement awaits us who have taken the Holy Qur'an and put it behind our back, and we talk about Allah, and we talk about the Qur'an, but how many of us are trying to live the prayers that you say, that after you pray, we go about doing evil? What has happened to the Ummah? The chastisement is on its way. And even though I am happy that so many of us completed our Ramadan and doing some pilgrimage and partake of another Eid al-Adha. But there's no ever recurring happiness among us. This will turn to gloom as war overtakes the Middle East. I'm going to say a few things in closing that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said to me, and I ask Allah to guide my words, that I will not add to or take away from one word that He has spoken to me. He said that America is coming out of the Middle East. War will be in the Middle East. And when America comes out, the question was asked, will there be bloodshed? And he said one word, plenty. Russia and America eventually will go to war. War will affect the entire planet. The iniquity of the planet is unbearable to Allah and the people are like a fish in its monster. It's the wickedness that we do, the pain that we cause one another, the violence that is in our hearts for each other, the hatred, the judgment of each other, and so we are so pure and holy. We know who He is and we know who is not a real Muslim. So the poison displacers are among us, creating the mischief that we call Muslims is dead, the blood of Muslims. And so we have in the Middle East the Sunni and the Shia, the Sunni community, given weapons that the Western powers see the power of wealth in the Muslim world. And when Mr. Trump, as president, was over in the Middle East, he went with pictures of the latest armor, the latest instruments of death to tell them to the Muslim Ummah. But he wants those weapons aimed at their brother, the Shia. And the Shia Muslims, with the center in Tehran, in Iran, being only to fight and kill each other. The messenger, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, told me, watch Berlin. Now there are hundreds of thousands of Americans back in Germany because war will be in Europe. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said to me, it will start with conventional weapons and quickly it will be nuclear weapons. Nuclear weapons will make Europe a graveyard. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, France, Nancy, I cannot be sure whether he actually would escape, but as I recall, France either would escape or may escape. Then he turned his attention to Asia. China is growing into a world power. China is building the forces of death and destruction. So is Russia. So is Korea, North Korea. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said to me that China and Japan will unite. And Europeans will have to come out of Asia back to Europe because the Pacific will be west. Australia, New Zealand, you don't have any future there. You will have to leave. These are hurtful words, but I have to live what he taught me in the season that it should be. The sixth and the seventh fleet of the American Navy. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the forces of nature and those terrific waters. He destroyed the fleet. America, you are not going to have a good day. And neither will we if we do not repent of our evil in time. Because the chastisement is getting worse and worse, and the great calamity is on its way. Thank you for allowing me to speak on this prayer line. Thank you for all those who have made the prayer line what it has and is becoming. Thank you for taking charge of your life and seeking to put your life in the bosom of Allah as our only place of refuge in this serious, serious hour. I close with this prayer. Allah says in the Qur'an that the most hateful sound in his ears is the brain of an ass. Those of you who have your brain, pull up on the screen the donkey and listen to the sound of the voice of the donkey that is the most hated sound in the ears of Allah. And in the Qur'an, it says that the hateful sound of the brain of an ass is compared to every rebellious, angry, hypocrite, every self-conceited boaster. Our prayers in that state of mind in his ear is like the brain of an ass. When we say, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, how beautiful is that sound? But if we follow that call up with reproach and injury to one another, our prayer is like the brain of an ass in the ears of us. and human beings of our planet, that God of justice is angry. And his anger is going to be poured out now over the nation. And the earth will be a wide expanse with much room in it, because death is going to be wide. I beg somebody, guys, before I say these words, we are Muslims. We cannot join the army, even though I love the preaching of our resident imam in the armed services, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, has said to us in the Muslim program, and I want to read it to you. It's point number 10 is what the Muslims believe. We believe that we who declare ourselves to be righteous Muslims should not participate in wars which take the lives of humans. We do not believe this nation should force us to take part in such wars, for we have nothing to gain from it unless America agrees to give us the necessary territory wherein we may have something to fight for. In a few days, we will be asked to join the military. In a few days, we will be asked to go and fight. What will your answer be, Muslims? What will our answer be? Muhammad Ali, after he was given the name by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and he chose to fight in the risk and for a living under that name. But he refused to go into war that was raging in Vietnam. And when the media asked him, he said, I never was called a nigger by the Vietnamese. They have done nothing to it. My war is clear, where we cannot get peaceful justice under the law. And America is pacifying us by putting black people in high positions of political authority and power to make us think that America is going to stay in reality with our country. No, no, no. This is nothing more than a pacifier. We are under a test now. Will you stand up to righteousness? Or will we join forces with the enemy in the time that God has marked of a good that has now arrived? Thank you for listening. And may Allah grant us His peace. May He forgive us our sins. And the Qur'an says, He will not chastise us while we are in the state of repentance. Thank you, prayer line, for giving me this time. And I thank Allah for giving me this word. Assalamu alaikum. It's Mubarak. Walaikum salam, dear minister. Thank you, dear minister, for your warning to us and to the Muslim Ummah. Thank you for sharing the words of your speaker, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Thank you for your counsel and guidance. Thank you, dear minister, for being that microphone or that voice that we need to be. Thank you. May Allah continue to bless you. Allah continue to bless you. At this time,
Assalamu alaikum, family. Praise be to Allah. Welcome to the Holy Qur'an 30 and 30. We will begin our call as usual. All praise is due to Allah.
Assalamu alaikum and Eid Mubarak. The minister had some beautiful words and gives us a lot of food for thought about the pending war.
Wa alaikum salam. Eid Kareem. Yes, ma'am. Praise be to Allah.
For those of you who are in the New York area, we invite you to take part in our Eid Fest. It starts at 3 o'clock today at Muhammad Mosque number 7, 108 West 127th Street in New York City in Harlem. So, welcome Sister Jenna, Sister Yaisha, Sister Latif, Sister Cheryl, Sister Regina, and Sister Natalie. Welcome. Eid Mubarak.
Walaikum salam, Eid Kareem. Thank you.
Walaikum salam, Eid Kareem.
Yes, ma'am.
Blessings.
Praise be to Allah. Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak, Kenyatta. Welcome.
Walaikum salam, Sister Bosman. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, your volume's fine. Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak, Brother Saladin. Welcome. Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak, Sister LaShawn. Welcome. You can unmute yourself. Thank you.
It's Kareem, ma'am, and to the family.
Yes, ma'am. Praise be to Allah.
Ma'am.
Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak, family.
Eid Kareem. Welcome to Miyoshi.
Thank you, beloved. You and yours as well, beloved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Always good to hear your voice.
Thank you so much. Praise, all praise belongs to Allah for giving me the gift of voice.
Yes, ma'am.
Family, we'd like to cordially invite you, if you're in the tri-state area, to the Muhammad Mosque No. 7 Eid Fest We're going to break bread and fellowship with our believers, starting at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And everyone is cordially invited. Our mosque is located 108 West 127th Street. That's just off Lenox Avenue. Or Malcolm X Boulevard. I'm old school, so I know the old names before we were invaded by those other people. So off Lenox Avenue on 27th Street. Thank you.
Subhanallah, walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar, wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahil aliyyil azim. Glory be to Allah, all praise to Allah. There is no God but Allah. Allah is great. All power and might belong to Allah, the Most High, the Great. Subhanallah, walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar, wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahil aliyyil azim.
Ramadan Mubarak. Please mute your lines. Prepare your hearts and minds for prayer. Attention, prayer.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya ala salat. Hayya ala salat. Hayya ala
قل أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Ameen. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. I thank Allah for His coming and intervention in our affairs in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever. I thank Him for the eternal leader of the nation of Islam, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the exalted Christ, seated in power. I thank the both of them for the modern-day Jesus in our midst, our divine guide, our divine warner, and a divine mercy yet among us, the final call. I greet you in the greeting words of peace and paradise in our original language of Arabic of Assalamu alaikum and Eid Mubarak. All praises are due to Allah. Welcome to the Holy Qur'an 30 and 30. Oh, what a beautiful way to start our day, hearing from the Jesus in our midst, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. All praise is due to Allah for the message that he delivered to us this morning. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful message that our Minister Louis Farrakhan delivered to us. Once again, thank you for being part of the Holy Qur'an 30 and 30. Today we are blessed to be reading part 30. Part 30 begins with Surah 78, Ayat 1, and goes all the way through to Surah 114, Ayat 6. Our cover down sister, Sister Roslyn, will begin our read. Assalamu alaikum and Eid Mubarak.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, of what do they ask one another? In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, of what do they ask one another? Of the tremendous announcement about which they differ? Nay, they will soon know. Nay, again, they will soon know. Have we not made the earth and expanse and the mountains as pegs? And we have created you in pairs and made you sleep for rest, and made the night a covering and made the day for seeking livelihood. And we have made above you 7 strong bodies and made a shining lamp. And we send down from the clouds water pouring forth in abundance, that we may bring forth thereby grains and herbs and luxuriant gardens. Surely the day of decision is appointed, the day when the trumpet is blown, so you will come forth in hosts, and the heavens is open, so it becomes as doors. And the mountains are moved off, so they remain a semblance. Surely hell lies in wait, a resort for the inordinate. Living therein for long years, they taste not therein coolness nor drink, but boiling in intense cold water, requital corresponding. Surely they feared not the reckoning, and they rejected our messages, giving the lie thereto. And we have recorded everything in a book, so taste, for we shall add to you naught but chastisements. Surely for those who keep their duty is achievement, gardens and vineyards, and youthful companions equals in age, and a pure cup. They hear not therein vain words nor lying. A reward from thy Lord, a gift sufficient. The Lord of the heavens and the earth and what is between them, the Beneficent. They are not able to address him. The day when the Spirit and the angels stand in ranks, none shall speak except he whom the Beneficent permits, and he speaks aright. This is the true day. So whoever desires to take refuge with his Lord, whoever desires may take refuge with his Lord. Truly, we warn you of a chastisement near at hand, the day when man will see what his hands have sent before, and the disbelievers will say, "Oh, would that I were dust."
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, by those yearning vehemently, and those going forth cheerfully, and those running swiftly, and those that are foremost going ahead, and those regulating the affair, the day when the quaking one shall quake, the consequence will follow it. Hearts that day will palpitate, their eyes downcast. They say, shall we indeed be restored to our first state? What? After we are rotten bones? They say, that would then be a return with loss. It is only a single cry, when lo, they will be awakened. Has not there come to thee the story of Moses, when his Lord called him in the holy valley Tua? Go to Pharaoh, surely he has rebelled, and say, wilt thou purify thyself? And I will guide thee to thy Lord, so that thou fear him. So he showed him the mighty sign, but he denied and disobeyed. Then he went back hastily. So he gathered and called out. Then he said, I am your Lord, the Most High. So Allah seized him with the punishment of the hereafter and of this life. Surely there is in this a lesson for him who fears. Are you the stronger in creation or the heaven? He made it. He raised high its height and made it perfect. And he made dark its night and brought out its light. And the earth he cast it after that. He brought forth from it its water and its pasture. And the mountains, he made them firm, a provision for you and for your cattle. So when the great calamity comes, the day when man remembers all that he strove for, and hell is made manifest to him who sees, then as for him who is inordinate and prefers the life of this world, hell is surely the abode. And as for him who fears to stand before his Lord and restrains himself from low desires, the garden is surely the abode. They ask thee about the hour. When will that take place, about which thou remindest? To thy Lord is the goal of it. Thou art only a warner to him who fears it. On the day when they see it, it will be as if they had but tarried for an evening or morning.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. He frowned and turned away, because the blind man came to him. And what would make thee know that he might purify himself or be mindful, so the reminder should profit him? As for him who considers himself free from need, to him thou dost attend. And no blame is on thee if he purify himself not. And as for him who comes to thee striving hard and fears, to him thou payest no regard. Nay, surely it is a reminder. So let him who will mind it. In honored books, exalted, purified, in the hand of scribes, noble, virtuous. Woe to man, how ungrateful is he! Of what thing did he create him? Of a small life germ, he creates him, then proportions him, then makes the way easy for him, Then he causes him to die, then assigns to him a grave. Then, when he will, he raises him to life again. Nay, but he does not what he commands. He does not, nay, but he does not what he commands him. Then let man look at his food, how he poured down abundant water, then cleaves the earth, cleaving it asunder, then caused the grain to grow therein, and grapes and clover, and the olive and the palm, and thick gardens, and fruits and herbage, a provision for you and your cattle. And when the deafening cry comes, the day when the man flees from his brother, and his mother, and his father, and his spouse, and his sons, every man of them that day will have concern enough to make him indifferent to others. Faces on that day will be bright, laughing, joyous, and faces on that day will have dust on them, darkness covering them. Those are the disbelievers, the wicked.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. When the sun is folded up, and when the stars are dust-colored, and when the mountains are made to pass away, and when the camels are abandoned, and when the wild animals are gathered together, and when the cities are made to swell, and when men are united, and when the one buried alive is asked, for what sin she was killed, and when the books are spread, and when the heaven has its covering removed, and when hell is kindled, and when the garden is brought nigh, every soul will know what it has prepared. Nay, I call to witness the stars running their course and setting, and the night when it departs, and the morning when it brightens. Surely it is the word of a bountiful messenger, the possessor of strength, established in the presence of the Lord of the throne, one to be obeyed and faithful. And your companion is not mad, and truly he saw himself on the clear horizon, nor is he niggardly of the unseen, nor is it the word of an accursed devil. Whither then are you going? It is not but a reminder for the nation, for him among you who will go straight, and you will not, except Allah please, the Lord of the world.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. When the heaven is cleft asunder, and when the stars become dispersed, and when the rivers are made to flow forth, and when the graves are laid open, every soul will know what it has sent before and what it has held back. O man, what beguiles thee from thy Lord, the Gracious, who created thee, then made thee complete, then made thee in a right good state. Into whatever form he pleases, he casts thee. Nay, but you give the lie to the judgment. And surely there are keepers over you, honorable recorders. They know what you do. Surely the righteous are in bliss, and the wicked are truly in burning fire. They will enter it on the day of judgment, and will not be absent from it. And what will make thee realize what the day of judgment is? Again, what will make thee realize what the day of judgment is? The day when no soul controls aught for another soul, and the command on that day is Allah.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Woe to the cheaters, who when they take the measure of their dues from men, take it fully, and when they measure out to others or weigh out for them, they give less than is due. Do they not think that they will be raised again to a mighty day, the day when men will stand before the Lord of the worlds? Nay, surely the record of the wicked is in the prisons. And what will make thee know what the prison is? It is a written book. Woe on that day to the rejectors, who give the lie to the day of judgment, and none gives the lie to it but every exceeder of limits, every sinful one. When our messages are recited to him, he says, stories of those of yore. Nay, rather what they earned is rushed upon their hearts. Nay, surely they are that day debarred from their Lord. Then they will surely enter the burning fire. Then it will be said, this is what you gave the lie to. Nay, surely the record of the righteous is in the highest places. And what will make thee know what the highest places are? It is a written book. Those drawn near to Allah witness it. Surely the righteous are in bliss. On raised couches gazing, thou recognizest in their faces the brightest of bliss. They are given to drink of a pure drink, sealed. The sealing of it is with musk, and for that let the aspirers aspire. And it is tempered with water coming from above, a fountain from which drink those drawn near to Allah. Surely they who are guilty used to laugh at those who believe, and when they passed by them, they winked at one another. And when they returned to their people, they returned exulting. And when they saw them, they said, surely these are in error, and they were not sent as keepers over them. So this day, those who believe laugh at the disbelievers, on raised couches gazing. Surely the disbelievers are rewarded as they did.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, when the heaven bursts asunder and listens to its Lord and is made fit, and when the earth is stretched and casts forth what is in it and becomes empty, and listens to its Lord and is made fit, O man, thou must strive a hard striving to attain to thy Lord until thou meet him. Then as to him who is given his book in his right hand, his account will be taken by an easy reckoning, and he will go back to his people rejoicing. And as to him who is given his book behind his back, he will call for perdition and entering into burning fire. Surely he was erstwhile joyful among his people. Surely he thought that he would never return to Allah. Yea, surely his Lord is ever seer of him. But nay, I call to witness the sunset redness, and the night, and that which it drives on, and the moon, when it grows full, that you shall certainly ascend one state after another. But what is the matter with them that they believe not? And when the Qur'an is recited to them, they adore him not. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Nay, those who disbelieve give the lie, and Allah knows best what they hide, and announce to them a painful chastisement, except those who believe and do good. For them is a reward that shall never be cut off. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, by the heaven full of stars, and the promised day, and the bearer of witness, and that to which witness is borne, destruction overtake the companions of the trench. The fires fed with fuel, when they sit by it, and they are witnesses of what they do with the believers, and they punish them for naught, but that they believed in Allah, the Mighty, the Praised. Whose is the kingdom of the heavens and the earth? And Allah is witness of all things. Those who persecute believing men and believing women, then repent not. Theirs is the chastisement of hell, and theirs the chastisement of burning. Those who believe and do good, theirs are gardens wherein flow rivers. That is the great achievement. Surely the grip of thy Lord is severe. Surely he it is who creates first and reproduces, and he is the forgiving, the loving. Lord of the throne of power, the glorious, doer of what he intends. Has not there come to thee the story of the hosts of Pharaoh and Thamud? Nay, those who disbelieve give the lie, and Allah encompasses them on all sides. Nay, it is a glorious Qur'an in a guarded tablet.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, by the heaven and the comer by night. And what will make thee know what the comer by night is? The star of piercing brightness. There is not a soul, but over it is a keeper. So let man consider of what he is created. He is created of water pouring forth, coming from between the back and the ribs. Surely he is able to return him to life on the day when hidden things are manifest. Then he will have no strength nor helper. By the cloud giving rain and the earth opening with herbage. Surely it is a decisive word, and it is not a joke. Surely they plan a plan, and I plan a plan. So grant the disbelievers a respite. Let them alone for a while.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, glorify. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, glorify the name of thy Lord, the Most High, who creates, then makes complete, and who measures, then guides, and who brings forth herbage, then makes it dried up, dust-colored. We shall make thee recite so thou shalt not forget, except what Allah please. Surely he knows the manifest and what is hidden, and we shall make thy way smooth to a state of ease. So reminding indeed profits. He who fears will mind, and the most unfortunate one will avoid it, who will burn in the great fire. Then therein he will neither live nor die. He indeed is successful who purifies himself and remembers the name of his Lord, then prays. But you prefer the life of this world, while the hereafter is better and more lasting. Surely this is in the earlier scriptures, the scriptures of Abraham and Moses.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent and Merciful, has there come to thee the news of the old woman event? Faces on that day will be downcast, laboring, toiling, entering burning fire, made to drink from a boiling spring. They will have no food but of thorns, neither nourishing nor satisfying hunger. Faces on that day will be happy, glad for their striving, in the lofty garden, wherein thou wilt hear no vain talk. Therein is a fountain flowing, therein are thorns raised high, and drinking cups ready placed, and cushions set in rows, and carpets spread out. See they not the clouds, how they are created, and the heaven, how it is raised high, and the mountains, how they are fixed, and the earth, how it is spread out? to remind. Thou art only one to remind. Thou art not a warder over them. But whoever turns back and disbelieves, Allah will chastise him with the greatest chastisement. Surely to us is their return. Then it is for us to call them to account.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, by the daybreak, and the 10 nights, and the even and the odd, and the night when it departs. Truly in this is an oath for men of understanding. Hast thou not considered how thy Lord dealt with Ad, of Aram, having lofty buildings, the like of which were not created in the land, and with Thamud, who hewed out rocks in the valley, and Pharaoh, the Lord of hosts, who exceeded limits in the cities, and made great mischief therein. So thy Lord poured on them a portion of the chastisement. Surely thy Lord is watchful. As for man, when his Lord tries him, then gives him honor and favors him, he says, my Lord honors me. But when he tries him, then straightens to him his subsistence, he says, my Lord has disgraced me. Nay, but you honor not thy orphan, nor do you urge one another to feed the poor. And you devour heritage, devouring all. And you love wealth with exceeding love. Nay, when the earth is made to crumble to pieces, and thy Lord comes with the angels, ranks on ranks, and hell is made to appear that day. On that day man will be mindful, and of what use will being mindful be then? He will say, oh, with that I had sent before for this my life. But none can punish us, none can punish as he will punish on that day, and none can bind as he will bind on that day. O soul that art at rest, return to thy Lord, well pleased, well pleasing. So enter among my servants, and enter my garden.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Nay, I call to witness this city, and thou wilt be made free from obligation in this city. And the begetter, and he whom he begot. We have certainly created man to face difficulties. Does he think that no one has power over him? He will say, I have wasted much wealth. Does he think that no one sees him? Have we not given him 2 eyes and a tongue and 2 lips, and pointed out to him the 2 conspicuous ways? But he attempts not the uphill road. And what will make thee comprehend what the uphill road is? It is to free a slave, or to feed in a day of hunger an orphan nearly related, or the poor man lying in the dust. Then he is of those who believe and exhort one another to patience, and exhort one another to mercy. These are the people of the right hand. And those who disbelieve in our messages, they are the people of the left hand. On them is fire closed over.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, by the sun in his brightness, and the moon when she borrows light from him, and the day when it exposes it to view, and the night when it draws a veil over it, and the heaven in its midst, and the earth in its extension, and the soul in its perfection. So he reveals to it its way of evil and its way of good. He is indeed successful who causes it to grow. and he indeed feels who buries it. Thamud rejected the truth in their inordinacy. When the basis of them broke forth with mischief, so Allah's messenger said to them, "Leave alone Allah's she-camel and give her to drink." But they called him a liar and slaughtered her. So their Lord destroyed them for their sin and leveled them with the ground, and he fears not its consequence.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, by the night when it draws a veil, and the day when it shines, and the creating of the male and the female, your striving is surely for diverse ends. Then as for him who gives and keeps his duty and accepts what is good, we facilitate for him the way to ease. And as for him who is niggardly and considers himself self-sufficient and rejects what is good, we facilitate for him the way to distress. And his wealth will not avail him when he perishes. Surely ours is it to show the way, and surely ours is the hereafter and the former. So I warn you of the fire and the flames. None will enter it but the most unfortunate, who rejects the truth and turns his back, and away from it shall be kept the most faithful to duty, who gives his wealth, purifying himself. And none has with him any boon for reward, except the seeking of the pleasure of his Lord, the Most High, and he will soon be pleased.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, by the brightness of the day and the night when it is still, thy Lord has not forsaken thee, nor is he displeased. And surely the latter state is better for thee than the former. And soon will thy Lord give thee, so that thou wilt be well pleased. Did he not find thee an orphan and give thee shelter? And find thee groping, so he showed the way? And find thee in want, so he enriched thee? Therefore the orphan oppress not, and him who asks, chide not, and the favor of thy Lord proclaim.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, have we not expanded for thee thy breast, and removed from thee thy burden, which weighed down thy back, and exalted for thee thy mention? Surely with difficulty is ease. With difficulty is surely ease. So when thou art free from anxiety, work hard, and make thy Lord thy exclusive object.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, by the fig and the olive and Mount Sinai, and this city made secure, certainly we created man in the best make. Then we rendered him the lowest of the low, except those who believe and do good. So theirs is a reward never to be cut off. So who can give the lie to thee after this about the judgment? Is not Allah the best of the judges?
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, read in the name of thy Lord who creates man from a clot. Read, and thy Lord is most generous, who taught by the pen, taught men what he knew not. Nay, man is surely inordinate, because he looks upon himself as self-sufficient. Surely to thy Lord is the return. Hast thou seen him who forbids a servant when he prays? Seest thou if he is on the right way, or enjoins observance of duty? Seest thou if he denies and turns away? Knows he not that Allah sees? Nay, if he desists not, we will seize him by the forelock, a lying, sinful forelock. Then let him summon his council. We will summon the braves of the army. Nay, obey him not, but prostrate thyself and draw nigh to Allah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Surely we revealed it on a night of majesty. And what will make thee comprehend what the night of majesty is? The night of majesty is better than 1,000 months. The angels and the Spirit descend in it by the permission of their Lord for every affair. Peace it is till the rising of the morning.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, those who disbelieve from among the people of the book and the idolaters could not have been freed till clear evidence came to them. A messenger from Allah reciting pure pages, wherein are all right books. Nor did those to whom the book was given become divided till clear evidence came to them. And they are enjoined naught but to serve Allah, being sincere to Him in obedience, upright, and to keep up prayer and pay the poor rate, and that is the right religion. Those who disbelieve from among the people of the book and the idolaters will be in the fire of hell, abiding therein. They are the worst of creatures. Those who believe and do good, they are the best of creatures. Their reward is with their Lord, gardens of perpetuity, wherein flow rivers, abiding therein forever. Allah is well pleased with them, and they are well pleased with Him. That is for him who fears his Lord.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. When the earth is shaken with her shaking, and the earth brings forth her burden, and man says, what has befallen her? On that day she will tell her news, as if thy Lord had revealed to her. On that day men will come forth in sun-dry bodies, that they may be shown their works. So he who does an atom's weight of good will see it, and he who does an atom's weight of evil will see it.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, by those running and uttering cries, and those producing fire, striking, and those suddenly attacking at morn, then thereby they raise dust, then penetrate thereby gatherings. Surely man is ungrateful to his Lord, and surely he is a witness of that. And truly, on account of the love of wealth, he is niggardly. Knows he not when that which is in the graves is raised, and that which is in the breast is made manifest? Surely their Lord this day is aware of them.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. The calamity. What is the calamity? And what will make thee know how terrible is the calamity? The day wherein men will be as scattered moths, and the mountains will be as carded wood. Then as for him whose measure of good deeds is heavy, he will live a pleasant life. And as for him whose measure of good deeds is light, the abyss is a mother to him. And what will make thee know what that is? A burning fire.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, abundance divert you until you come to the graves. Nay, you will soon know. Nay, again, you will soon know. Nay, would that you knew with a certain knowledge, you will certainly see hell. Then you will see it with certainty of sight. Then on that day you shall certainly be questioned about the beliefs.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, by the time surely man is in loss, except those who believe and do good, and exhort one another to truth, and exhort one another to patience.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, woe to every slanderer, defamer, who amasses wealth and counts it. He thinks that his wealth will make him abide. Nay, he will certainly be hurled into a crushing disaster. And what will make you realize what the crushing disaster is? It is the fire kindled by Allah, which rises over the hearts. Surely it is closed in on them in extended columns.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, hast thou not seen how thy Lord dealt with the possessors of the elephants? Did he not cause their war to end in confusion, and send against them birds in flocks, casting at them decreed stones? So he rendered them like straw eaten up.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, for the protection of the Quraysh, their protection during their journey in the winter and the summer. So let them serve the Lord of this house, who feeds them against hunger and gives them security against fear.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, hast thou seen him who belies religion? That is one who is rough to the orphan and urges not the feeding of the needy. So woe to the praying ones who are unmindful of their prayer, who do good to be seen and refrain from acts of kindness.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, surely we have given thee abundance of good. So pray to thy Lord and sacrifice. Surely thy enemy is cut off from good.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, say, O disbelievers, I serve not that which you serve, nor do you serve him whom I serve, nor shall I serve that which ye serve, nor do you serve him whom I serve. For you is your recompense, and for me my recompense.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, when Allah's help and victory comes and thou seest men entering the religion of Allah in company, celebrate the praise of thy Lord and ask his protection. Surely he is ever returning to mercy.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, Abu Lahab's hands will perish, and he will perish. His wealth and that which he earns will not avail him. He will burn in fire, giving rise to flames, and his wife, the bearer of slander, upon her neck a halter of twisted ropes.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, say, He is Allah. One Allah. Say, He, Allah, is one. Allah is He on whom all depend. He begets not, nor is He begotten, and none is like Him.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, say, I seek refuge in the Lord of the dawn, from the evil of that which He has created, and from the evil of intense darkness when it comes, and from the evil of those who cast evil suggestions and firm resolutions, and from the evil of the envier when he envies. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, say, I seek refuge in the Lord of men, the King of men, the God of men, from the evil of the whisperings of the slinking devil, who whispers into the hearts of men from among the jinn and the men. All praise is due to Allah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Surely Allah's word speaks the truth.
Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar,
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Oh, praise be to Allah for the complete reading of Part 30. What a beautiful read. All praises are due to Allah. We will close out in prayer, after which please remain on the line. All praises due to Allah. All praises due to Allah. Our Lord, punish us not if we forget or make a mistake. Our Lord, do not lay on us a burden, as thou didst lay on those before us. Our Lord, impose not on us afflictions which we have not the strength to bear, and pardon us and grant us protection, and have mercy on us. Thou art our patron, so grant us victory over the disbelieving people. O Allah, you are the most forgiving, and you love forgiveness. So forgive us. I mean. All praise is truly due to Allah. Oh Allah, praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. We are just ever so grateful to each and every one who has been on this divinely guided journey during this month of Ramadan to read the Holy Qur'an from cover to cover. All praises are due to Allah. This, in fact, completes 11 months in totality that we have read the Holy Qur'an from cover to cover. Tomorrow begins our 1-year anniversary of reading the Holy Qur'an from cover to cover. All praises are truly due to Allah. We are ever so grateful to each and every reader. We are grateful to our daily readers. We're grateful to our cover down sisters. We're grateful to our occasional readers. Some of our readers have been Sister Maisha, Sister LaShawn, Sister Natalie, Sister Jenna, Sister Veronica, Sister Tanyetta, Sister Latif, Sister Cheryl, Sister, our cover down sisters, Sister Roslyn, Sister Miyoshi, Sister Eartha, Sister Yaisha. I pray that I did not omit anyone's name that has read during this particular installation. All praises are truly due to Allah. I'm grateful for each and every one who is on the call. I'm grateful to the ones who would love to have been on the call, but circumstances prevented them from possibly being on the call. I'm truly, truly grateful for this divinely guided journey. I'm grateful for all of you who are praying for the Holy Qur'an 30 and 30, that we will continue steadfast reading the Qur'an. All praises are truly due to Allah. Is there anyone who might like to say something about what this journey during this month of Ramadan has been for them, reading the Qur'an with the Holy Qur'an 30 and 30 during this installation? Might there be anyone who has something to say, a brief testimony?
Assalamu alaikum, Sister Jamil.
Praise be to Allah, Sister Malika.
Eid Mubarak, and assalamu alaikum to our family that's on this call. I want to thank you so much for continuing the reading of the Holy Qur'an and for enjoining us to good. I thank Allah because it has been a wonderful experience. I've been with you, I think, for a while now with the reading, and I'm thanking you for reminding me and inviting me back to the prayer. To start my morning with reading the Qur'an with the sisters and brothers has been wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. When we are joining together and focusing on the words of Allah and His guidance, it has made me feel very empowered to be enriched with the Spirit. And so I've invited a few people onto the call because I want them to also enjoy this in the spirit. And I thank you so much for maintaining the discipline and maintaining such a beautiful atmosphere in every thing that you've incorporated into the prayer. It's been a pleasure to hear the voices of my sisters, although we don't see each other often, but to hear their voices is a wonderful feeling. To know that we are all doing the same thing at the same time and glorifying Allah together. So I just wanted to thank you, and may Allah continue to bless you and reward you, and may your blessings be with no end. And may all of us continue to invite others and fill up the planet with righteousness, especially reading the Qur'an and making prayers during the Fajr hours. I love you. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you, Sister Malika, for those kind words. May Allah continue to bless you and your family. Might there be anyone else who has something to say, a brief testimony or anything at this moment? Well, I do want to thank each and every one for being part of this divinely guided journey. I'd like to thank the new readers that we have reading with us. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to the prayer and fasting family who has joined on to our call. All praises are truly due to Allah. I am truly grateful, grateful, grateful. I cannot express how overwhelmingly happy I am to have everyone on the call reading, and just the beautiful text messages and encouraging words, and I'm just so truly grateful. I'm just really, really, truly grateful to each and every one. Allah has truly blessed us and is keeping us, and I'm thankful for the steadfastness of so many who have been with us from the very beginning, and to the newcomers. All praises are truly due to Allah. I believe Sister Miyoshi has her hand raised to say something. I will cover down Sister Miyoshi.
Yes, ma'am. Assalamu alaikum and Mubarak family. I pray not to be long before you. Sister Regina, this is a beautiful platform. It really is. And the production behind this platform is truly amazing. And your time and your efforts in doing so to make it beautiful, and like Sister Malika has said, it is such a beautiful atmosphere to start your Fajr, to start the morning prayer with such beautiful sound and beautiful visuals. You really have put so much work into it. Not even going into the scheduling part, I can't even imagine what that is really truly all about. And as the understudy, I thank Allah for having me a part of this and helping out with the chat. Sisters, brothers, if you can log on and see the visuals and read what's going on in the chat, you are truly going to see the beautiful production that she puts on with the Holy Qur'an 30 and 30. And I'm probably saying this with all the other Cover Down sisters who do such an amazing job every morning with attendance, welcoming, everything that is involved in this. So I just wanted to say that. I hope I was not too long before you. I pray all of you were well blessed during the time of Ramadan, and we look forward to seeing you on in the days ahead. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. All praises to Allah. Thank you so much, Sister Miyoshi. May Allah continue to bless you and your family abundantly. All praises are truly due to Allah. We do give Allah all the glory for each and everything that He has allowed us to be able to do, to just simply be a vessel, a willing vessel that He is able to use. All praises are due to Allah. Is there anyone else who might have something that they would like to say or just to express themselves? Don't be shy.
Assalamu alaikum, family.
Okay.
Eid Mubarak.
Wa alaikum salam, Brother Saladin.
I just want to thank Allah for you amazing sisters providing this platform. Because as we know, This is the end of Ramadan. We celebrate the Eid. We thank Allah for this blessed day. But most Quranic reading lines will cease as of today. And we start back up during the next holy month of Ramadan. What you, sisters, is providing an opportunity for the believers to hear the reading of the holy words all year round. And people have to realize what a blessing Allah working through y'all, providing for us. Because before, when I start my morning, you know, I turn on the radio after I make my prayers, hear the foolishness on the radio. I have not done that for the whole month of Ramadan. And I incorporated y'all into my daily program, because now no foolishness on the news, no foolishness on the radio. So the first thing I'm hearing is Allah's words coming through y'all. So I am so amazed, and I thank Allah for y'all. I prayed last night in the Holy Mosque that y'all continue to have blessings and success in the work that you are doing. But this is Allah work through y'all, providing an opportunity. So I just thank y'all, and I pray to Allah that you and all the sisters, all the readers, all the cover down sisters, and all the listeners, that Allah will bless you, bless your family, and all your righteous dreams, desires, goals will come true. Assalamu alaikum.
Ameen. Walaikum salam.
Walaikum salam. That's beautiful.
May Allah continue to bless you and your family abundantly. Thank you for those kind words and your prayers and all of your encouragement. All praises are truly due to Allah. Once again, thank you. Thank you so much. Might there be anyone else that has something to say before we close out? And
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, Sister Cheryl?
Yes, ma'am. I would like to express my gratitude. I would like to thank you for the opportunity for inviting me to read. I was given the invitation. Actually, I was told about the prayer line through Brother Saladin. And when you extended the olive branch and gave me the honor of inviting me to read, I found it really interesting. Even though it's only been a few days, getting on with the sisters and reading the Quran, it has elevated my sense of awareness that after we read the Quran and I start my day, I'm on a spiritual high. And it's a place of peace, a place of knowledge, and a place that makes me feel really good and happy. So I want to thank you for the honor of being here to read along with you and the other sisters. And I thank you for the opportunities. Thank you.
all praises due to Allah, Sister. Thank you so much, Sister Cheryl, for being part of the Holy Qur'an 30 and 30. Thank you so much for accepting to be a reader. I'm so grateful to you. May Allah continue to bless you and your family. Thank you so much for your kind words and your encouragement and your participation. Thank you so much. I believe Sister Latif had something she wanted to say.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, beloved. And Assalamu alaikum, family, and Eid Mubarak, family. I just wanted to say thank you for having me on here, and I look forward to all future readings. I love to read, so this just reading our Holy Quran is a pleasure to read and lend my voice to. So thank you for allowing me to share that, and Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Eid Kareem, Sister Latif. Thank you so much for being part of this divinely guided journey, and we welcome you as a reader. May Allah continue to bless you and your family abundantly. All praises due to Allah. I believe Sister Jenna has her hand raised to say something. You may speak, Sister Jenna. Praise be to Allah.
Assalamu alaikum. I just wanted to say, Thank you so much to all of you, beautiful sisters, the sisterhood. As everyone knows, that I am new to the teachings and I'm just so grateful that I am allowed to read here, and that you have created this platform. And it gives me such gratitude to wake up each morning and pray and read the scripture and just strengthen my relationship with Allah. And I'm just very, very grateful, and I just wanted to say thank you so much. Praise be to Allah. Yes, ma'am.
All praise is truly due to Allah, and we are so grateful that you are here reading with us, and it is just a wonderful thing to hear you read, especially being new to the teachings. All praise is due to Allah. May Allah continue to bless you and your family abundantly. Might there be anyone else who has something that they'd like to say briefly?
Sister Regina, I'm sorry.
Yes,
Can I just add one thing on real quick? I apologize. I just want to say real quick, family, today is the Eid celebration, so if you can, go out and make the special Eid prayer to validate your Ramadan, and just go enjoy the day with the Muslim family. So if you can, try to get out to the mosque and make the Eid prayer. That is so important if you can. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir. Thank you for that reminder. Thank you so much. Is there anyone else that has anything they'd like to just say briefly, a brief testimony before we close out for today?
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, ma'am. Wa alaikum salam.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Sister Linda, and this is the first time that I've learned about this call. Sister Georgina gave me the number. And I wanted to know, should I give you information? Because I'm calling in on the telephone line, and it appears that you have some other ways to be a part of the reading.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Welcome, Sister Linda. Yes, and I'm truly grateful to Sister Georgina. She has a beautiful line, the open mic, all praises due to Allah. I'm grateful for you being on the call. I do see your number. And are you able to read texts on the number that I see?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I can text you, and I can give you the information where you can click on the link so that you'd be able to see other things. And moving forward, if you desire to be a reader, we could, we could do that. You could become a reader if that's something that you desire in the future. Praise be to Allah.
Yes,
I'm so grateful.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, and I pray that you did enjoy the call, especially this being your first time. And we are here by Allah's permission every day. Every day we will be celebrating our 1-year anniversary. On tomorrow we'll be 1 year old, and in June we will have a celebration. We will be sending out some invitations regarding the celebration that we will, by Allah's permission, have. Because we are 1 year old. Praise be to Allah. Once again, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Praise be to Allah.
Holy Qur'an 30 and 30. Yes, ma'am. And may Allah continue to bless you and your family abundantly. I see our covenant. Yaisha has her hand raised to say something. Yes, ma'am. Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, ma'am, Sister Regina, and to all the listeners and readers on the call. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank you, Sister Regina, because from the beginning you answered the call that Allah put forth to bring this platform to us. And it is nothing greater than for us to have the remembrance of Allah. That is the greatest force. And when we have this opportunity to come together and have our daily tone set for the day, there's nothing better or greater for us to do than to have that moment to center ourselves in reading the Quran and having the fellowship and drawing from one another in our spirit, because each and every one of us are going through various situations, various conditions. And so this is a moment in time where we are able to draw from one another and share in the Spirit and strengthen ourselves. So this is a rare thing. And the work that you put in that is unseen, you know, I just want to bear witness to that. Sister Regina is working tirelessly behind the scenes, doing so many things that we are unaware of to keep this production going. So I thank you, and I thank all the readers, all the listeners. Thank you for your support and your spirit that you bring to this platform. May Allah continue to bless us all as we strive to submit to His will. Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Kareem. Eid Mubarak, sister. All praises are truly due to Allah, Sister Yaisha. Thank you so much for your kind words and acknowledgement. I am truly grateful. I'm humbled by the words that I have heard on today. Thank you so much for that. And all praise belongs to Allah. I'm, again, grateful that He has allowed me to be a vessel to use. I'm truly grateful for those who have been on the call from the inception a year ago. When the call began, I did acknowledge the fact that Allah had laid it on my heart to do the reading. And it just was a soft voice of Allah speaking to me and guiding me with the call. And I'm truly grateful. He has provided. Allah is sufficient. Allah is sufficient. He is a guide. He is so loving. He is merciful. And He has just shown His might through this call to hear so many to testify how it is enriching their lives, how it is strengthening them, how it is helping them to grow. I am truly, truly grateful that Allah has this platform available where so many are in fact being blessed, because it is a blessing to me as well. It is. It's a blessing to me. I think about the call all the time. You know, I wake up thinking about Allah, and thinking about Allah, I think about the call. I go to sleep the same way, thinking about Allah and thinking about the call, and thinking about the believers, just thinking about and praying for the believers, praying for this call, praying for us individually as well as collectively. I am truly, truly grateful, grateful, grateful. Is there anyone else before we close out that has anything they'd like to say? Anyone else before we close out? I don't want to leave anyone out if there's something that they'd like to say. Well, all praises are truly due to Allah. Once again, thank you for being part of this divinely guided journey of the Holy Qur'an 30 and 30. Please, inshallah, tomorrow morning we'll be right back here at 5:30 a.m. with a music mix or a lecture, followed by the reading of the Holy Qur'an, Part 1. Part 1 begins with Surah 1, Ayat 1, and goes all the way through to Surah 2, Ayat 141. Once again, inshallah, on tomorrow morning we will begin our call at 5:30 a.m. with a music mix or a lecture, followed at 6 a.m. by the reading of the Holy Qur'an, Part 1. Continue to invite others onto the call. May Allah continue to bless each and every one of us. All praises are truly due to Allah. I'm going to play a brief lecture, a brief portion of a lecture delivered by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. The lecture is titled Fear, Faith, and Truth. We'll just play a brief snippet because, as we know, it is Eid Mubarak, and we do want to get out to solidify and to just say thank you to Allah and make the prayer this morning and hear the khutbah this morning. Once again, thank you for being part of the Holy Qur'an 30 and 30. I hope that you were able to hear the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan as well. We do have the playback that is available for you, along with the podcast that you can look back at as well. May Allah continue to bless each and every one. I greet you again. Assalamu alaikum and Eid Mubarak. Greet one another.
Alaikum salam, Eid Kareem.
Kareem.
Have a blessed day,